Good morning, guys. Today we are starting with our introduction to Unit 3. So you will need your Observing Nature book. This is our Unit 3 book. And I have on the screen the very first page after the table of contents. So if you want to get your book, you can kind of follow along with me. But we're just going to talk about the unit a little bit and our guiding question or essential question for this unit and get some initial ideas going, some thoughts about what you think about nature, how nature makes you feel, and those kinds of things as we come into class today to talk about and as we begin our unit. I'm going to start. No, the essential I was going to say, I'll start with our chart. We'll come back to the chart after we've had a chance to kind of peruse our book. So our essential question, as you can see at the top, is how do we respond to nature? So respond is like to react. How does it make us feel when we see things in nature or experience nature? And nature can be anything outside. It can be the weather, it can be the plants, it can be the animals, storms, anything is nature. I'm going to flip through the book a little, and I want us to do just a little bit of a picture walk. And so you have a chance to kind of see some pictures. And I want to ask you, as we begin looking through our book, and you can look through your book as I'm on the computer too, I want you to choose one picture from the picture walk we're going to do that ignited a reaction in you, that made you respond. And it can be an, oh my gosh, that's so cute, or that is so beautiful, or, ugh, not my favorite season. Any kind of reaction that you have, any way that you respond. So one picture in particular, or you can even say the story. We're not going to read the stories though, that causes you to have in your mind or in your body response to it. Okay, and I want you to jot that down in your reading notebook, or even just fold the page. That would work too. You can fold the page, but I want you to be able to talk about that feeling or that response when we come today together in class. All right, so our first story in our reader, I'm going to have to keep repositioning my head, is A Bird's Free Lunch. And as you notice, I said we're not reading, we're just kind of doing a picture walk. We've got a real pretty picture of a red-headed woodpecker, a picture of a blue jay. So obviously this story is about birds. The next story is the Shimmer Da. I could be saying it completely wrong. Notice the photo changes from a real photo to a drawn photo. So probably our genre is going to change from nonfiction to fiction. We have the young boy. Notice the weather around him, the colors, the season that it might be. We see some pumpkins and grasshoppers. Remember, you're looking for one picture that really just makes your body or your mind respond in either emotion or thoughts. Then this is just a story, The Birdseed Thief. Then we've got the writing of John Burroughs. And this is him writing about his observation of nature, so not a lot of pictures here. Okay, the next page, on page 14, we've got a cute chipmunk. I think chipmunks are so cute. Oh my gosh, when I go to my mom and dad's house, they're everywhere, and they're so cute. A cabin up in the mountains in the woods. Okay, then the next page, we have all these cute little pictures of the chipmunk, maybe different places he's at. Got a kitty cat, and we've got a man fishing on the river, and it looks like he's in the mountains. Okay, waiting for spring. So you could either be thinking about seasons and how different seasons make you feel. This story is the birches. So these are birch trees. Notice the trees. Think about the season. Does this picture spark a feeling or a thought or a connection in your mind? Okay, same trees. Looks like the seasons probably changed because we've got some different colors. Well, and the birches again in another season. So maybe you can identify those different seasons based on the trees. I personally love this picture. All right, we have In Summer. So we have a poem here about summertime. So there's our picture. Birch Bark Canoes, story. And this is the end of our reader. So what I want you to do now is I want you to look at this chart, because this is the chart we're going to be revisiting together in class. And I really want you to kind of, if you have time this morning, to jot down a couple answers you want to share. So the first thing I want you to jot down right now is which picture that we just walked through created a response within you. Either you liked it, you didn't like it. Ooh, I hate winter. Oh my gosh, spring is amazing. Which one of those pictures really connected with you and the response it caused you to have? That's the first thing we're going to write down right now. Then, if you have some time, I want you to write down a couple answers for these questions. And if not, we're going to talk about it in class. But I want you to at least be thinking about it as you're eating your breakfast and coming to morning meeting. The first question is, what types of nature can we make, observations, can we make about nature? So what kind of observations? Observations means you're looking. You're not talking. You're not interacting. You're just sitting back and you're looking. And Dr. Hasty does this all the time on her front porch, on her rocking chairs. And I'll show you a picture in morning meeting this morning if we have time of something I observed last night in nature. It was beautiful. So what kind of things can we observe about nature? What does nature tell us? By watching the things around us in nature, what can we figure out and understand that's happening or going on? The next question is, what can we learn from observing nature? Okay, so what kind of observations can we make? What are the types of things we can see? What are we going to learn from seeing those things? Okay, and then the last question is, how does nature affect each of us? So not just you, but I want you to think about that picture that you saw, that you said, this is my picture from Unit 3, this is my picture I'm going to share this morning with my friends and my teachers. How do you think that picture might have affected someone else differently? Do you think everybody looked at that picture and had the same feelings you did? Could it have had a different effect? So really think about how nature affects people differently, not just you, but other people as well. Some people are deathly afraid of things that other people are not. Some people love one season while the other person, their best friend, could say, that is not my favorite season. So try to really think outside the box, outside your own feelings and your own thoughts, to think of how someone else might view it differently. Okay? So mark a picture that sparked a feeling, a response within you. Be ready to discuss it. Then look at these 3 questions, and if you don't have time to jot down your thoughts in your notebook, write them down. At least be thinking about them. What types of observations can we make about nature? What can we learn from those observations? And how does nature affect each of us? All right, guys. Happy Wednesday. We made it halfway through the week, and we'll see you in just a little bit in class.